Hello and welcome back to Factor Y. In our last episode, we moved our belt array over here to the other side of the bus because I built it a little too cramped over here, and hey, we got all kinds of space, so let's use it. And building over stone isn't the hugest deal because you need the least... Stone is the least thing you need over everything, and that tiny little coal patch isn't going to count for anything either. We also built a motors array here, and we can easily double this and supplement it on the other side. And as I mentioned in the last episode for the circuit array, where I said that at some point we can have dedicated smelting for circuits and then feed that onto the bus, we can do the same thing for motors too, and feed that directly in and then feed those onto the bus sometime later. And that'll work out just fine. And you can even do them not here on the bus, but, you know, do them in an outpost kind of thing, and then belt them in. Right now, the only planetary logistics you have is the belts. You can technically use the rockets, which we will unlock quite a bit later, in fact, to do intra-planetary logistics as well. But they're awfully expensive for that. So, because you basically waste a rocket ship every time, a cargo ship, every time you transfer any amount of things. So it may not be the most efficient thing. But if you're going to go from, you know, here to way the heck up here, it might be more efficient than running a million belts over there. So that's kind of the idea. But at least for now, we're going to keep working on this factory we have down here and keep expanding our production. The production we had started at the end of the last episode, which was the other mixing, the two-belt mixing versions of these. We have those finished now. Oh, this isn't long enough. Oopsie. We have those finished now, and so now we can do more with this. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, these are backward. Oopsie. There, that'll help too. We can finally make Mark II belts now, and we can get these started as well then with those Mark II belts. The first 50, of course, will come into this box, and then the last, up to 200 will go into that box. And so we can do that easily enough here in this. We can also set up the other two, which is two-belt mixing and with the swappers and the mixers. I want to make sure that I actually choose the other recipe this time. And then we can do the same type of thing here with the long arms there and the short arms there. And then we can just extend this down to not there, but there. And that should handle it. These belts are not going to make it past very easily, but that's okay because we've got plenty of opportunity for more. So while that's going, I did start a research for Influencers Mark II, which means we'll take a look at those shortly. We might want to do another RT1 array. We could do this one with possibly some other setup, but honestly, this works so well. And like I said before, when we set this up, this is a pattern that I devised in my previous series. But this pattern works so well that I really don't care to do other things. We just need to find a good chunk of iron, good chunk of coal, and then we can do what we want to do with that. That's a decent chunk of iron. That might not be that's not any coal there either. That's a good chunk of coal. Maybe we could use this too. Let's take a look at what this might look like if we took a bank of miners. I don't like that one. I don't like that one either. To copy. Let's take this bank of miners here. We have all this though, but there's not really any more coal right here. It's enough. That would almost, but not quite be enough. No. That's stone. Stone and coal look a little bit too alike for my taste, but that's okay too. That's a lot of coal there. I'd like to use that for power, I think, maybe. Although we could use some of it for... Actually, that would be perfect right there. There's an 8 there, but that's okay. We can handle an 8. We could do that. We could do this, a piece of this, of course, and set it up down here and just be good to go. We just have to move some influencers down here, which are a little tough to do right now in the snow, but... I have the will. If you have the way, no, wait, the other way around. We can get it done just fine. I'm gonna do this one, but I'm gonna swap that. Well, I don't have to do that, I guess. But I'm gonna do it anyway because why not? Or I could actually take one of these out. Maybe that's the better. Let's actually take that out. Put it down here. Well, if I'm going to do that, then why don't I just do that? Yeah, let's just do it that way. That'll come out over here, and then we just need to get influence down here. But doing the Mark II influencers is, okay, they take exactly 2,000. It would be good before we actually did this. It's just unfortunate that they are where they are, because I would like to be able to quit using the Mark 1s and switch to the Mark 2s outright. Should also think about, if I switched, where would I kind of cut myself off at in terms of the Mark 1s, where the Mark 1s end and the Mark 2s begin, in terms of the grid and the layout here. That's right, that one's off because of the, yeah. Do I want to wait for this, or do I want to just run Mark 1s down there? Let's just run Mark 1s down there, and then we'll just connect up the Mark 2s however we see fit. Let's see, I can see it. You guys can't probably, but that goes right there. And then here. And then here. There. This is all actually going to change a bit, though, in a version that is getting close to release. When I say close, I don't know exactly what that means. Martin has given some hints as to when it might be, but nothing set in stone yet. But in that version, there will be a bunch of QOL stuff, including the ability to be able to see where these influencers are, very obviously where they are, overlap, or where they're covering on the snow. So that's a good thing coming. Let's take all of this here, and I have a couple of influencers in the middle of that, so if I could line it up just right, that would be awesome. Let's see, where are you at? Right there. Or we could come up to there, which I like better. Let's do it right there. Can't afford all. Oh. Didn't I have increase the limit on those? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I screwed that up. And then running low on power. Because that takes a lot of power. And I don't have that many... Oh, I only have 20 of those assemblers. I need to increase the assembler limit. And I need to increase the lab limit. That's alright. We can do that. Let's see. Assembler limit and lab limit. Those are up here, assemblers, aren't they? No, they're still down here. Assemblers and labs. Yeah, I have 20 of those. Let's increase that to 50. We're going to be switching to 2s pretty soon. And then labs. Where did I move the labs to? Right here? I have those at 20. Yeah. Those need to go up to 50 as well. Make. Alright, that'll take a few moments to catch up to that. But that's okay, we can wire this in. But maybe I should wait for just a moment and put in... Not quite. Put in... Not quite. I can make it work, though, I think. If I go with... Actually, I could just go with this, then. That's going to be... all 9s... till we get to 8, 5, and a 6. So minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can handle minus 1, so I need at least a 7, which is going to be somewhere down in here. That's an 8. That'll work. Let's just do it that way. You'll come in like that. You're going to need some influence over here, though. Right there. And then... What the heck happened? Oh, I know what happened to those belts. Right. Wally happened to those belts. Let's see. Power could go right up in here. That would be fine. You come across to there. You go across to there. We can mix those belts again. Then we can find the big array of... Not that one. This one's the big one. And I can put it in here, but it's going to be influencer laden, so we're going to be careful with that. And just take this one out. And that one out. Put them in the right spots. That. Nope. And it didn't place everything. Oh, and we're short a few belts, too. Oh. A few belts short of a Happy Meal. There we go. Oh, it did place everything. It did. Okay, good. That'll fix power. That'll be really good. And I saw research finish. So let's see. Do I want to do this one next? No, that's RT3s. I might do assembly Mark 2, but we were also working on this one. It's 5,000 of those. But then again, we are working on the next big thing here. No. Yes, eventually. We could do it, though. Yeah, let's do that one while we're waiting on more RT1s to be set up. We can build the influencers whenever we feel like. Power. We're all 4s. We need to do these as well, right? No, that's Smelting Mark 3. Electric Smelting Mark 1 is actually the next one we need to do for furnaces. Those are really useful because some of the planets in the system don't have coal. So you're going to want those on those planets because otherwise you have to import coal, which you can do, but it costs you a rocket ship every time you take a load, so bear that in mind. Okay, so you're working, which means that we should have a bit more power now. Oh, it is fully working. Okay, good. And then in that case, we can also hook this up. Like that, and we can do merger. Well, let's go this way, and we'll go to the far one just because, oopsie, because we want to get iron in from over here. We'll do iron as well. That, again with the merger. We'll go up and over, and we're out of belts. Perfect. Perfecto. More belts, more belts. Let's see. The issue with belts is we're not getting enough iron in here. And so it's going to be just about time to upgrade this smelting column to be double what we're producing right now. And that's easily enough done once we have everything unlocked and being made, which we are basically there. We have miners Mark 2, right? Right. We have furnaces Mark 2 here. Good. And we have... Did that finish already? I guess it did. Let's go ahead and do... let's go ahead and set this one up. Plugins. Because that still needs a bit more work, but that's okay. And then we need more... Yes, we need more iron this way. Not this way. This way. To get these going a little bit faster / better. Because we're not making very many belts right now because of the lack of iron. But once we upgrade everything from miners to belts to smelters to arms, we have to upgrade the arms too, which we do have some of those being made also. 50 of them. It's not going to last us very long. I think maybe I should increase that to 100. I think so. And so that's actually fine. Like 100 of those, make 100 of those. And then we can... How many of those do we have? 74. Okay, so we don't have 100. That's good. We can upgrade this, and then that'll just be a belt going all the way down. And that works out really well, too, to upgrade. Just replace all the belt. At least on the bus, the split-offs don't necessarily need to be faster, better, but the bus does. It's not unloading everything into there. It gets stuck. On this one. It should only, though, be using 0.8 of this last one, but it's not using any of this last one. So there's definitely a belt compression issue going on here somewhere, because this belt should be constantly moving. If this is not getting everything it needs, this belt should be constantly moving, and it is, but we should be taking 80% of these, and we're not. So there's definitely a compression issue where but there is as you can see, it's stopping. Well, is it stopping? It's stopping back there because the other ones are wedging their way in sometimes. It's not stopping up here. We could do something slightly different here. We could take you there. We could delete. Maybe delete this one too. Put this out like this, and then put it into a belt like that, and then do a merger. And maybe that will work better. Maybe. Because that means this one will get even pull from the rest of these, and it might compress this belt just enough to make a difference. If that makes a difference, then we should do the same over here. Which I guess I could have waited to see if it made a difference, but That will make sure that it compresses, although with the copper it's not as big of an issue because we're not using the whole belt. But let's see if this makes a difference as far as not necessarily the what this looks like, but if we start getting a little bit more down here, it might appear to be making an improvement. Okay, belts. I should have some now. Not there, but here. And then we can finish this array at some point also. Right, you go up for a few tiles, then you can come across, not here because of that splitter there, but maybe right there is good. That's really good, actually. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and that'll get iron in here. That'll get these guys going. And then I can just do this and line that up. Doot, doot, doot. And then I can do something like this. And drop those in place like that. And I ran out of arms too, I see. Also. So I have to maybe just copy the whole dang thing again. Or not. How did I have the bottom? Or I could just copy the bottom bit of it. That would be okay too. Like this much. Yeah, we're missing a few yet. But at least I got the arms in place so I can see where they're supposed to go. It'll take them a while to get that far anyway, because we're just now seeing iron come close. And that'll take it a minute. So how is this working now over here with this belt compression? Is there another one that's sitting still now? No, it's not. So that may be solving that issue. I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know if it's even something that Martin can look at or not, but it'd be something, a possibility anyway. But it really only matters when you're trying to use maximization, like maximum belts, maximum, you know, everything. Which is kind of a trait of doing factory games, but either way. Let's take a look at that influencer Mark II. Do I want to do it over here? I don't know if I want to do it over here or not. Let's just grab one, though, and we'll look at influencer Mark II. This needs, in addition to the ones, just chips. Do I have chips somewhere close here? I have chips coming out there. I don't have chips coming in there. But I do have copper here, and I do have chips here. I could swing this around and put it down here. Actually, I should move these then. Yeah, let's move these out of the way for right now. And then let's take this whole array in pieces. And I'm just going to waste the items. It doesn't really matter because everything is infinite. It's only... all that matters is time. That can go there. This can go... sort of. There. Nope. I kind of like that they're not hooked up to anything. Doggone it, Wally. There you are. You can go there. And then if I take this also, I don't need Mark 1s anymore, so we can put that aside. We can grab this Mark 2, though, here. We can just throw this thing back in place. Maybe I'll put it up this way. And then put these guys back in place here. Like that. Run the chips down again. Run the copper down again. And then we just need you to go this way. You to come in here. And that'll give us influencers Mark II that easily. 10 of them should be okay, but I think I'm going to go with 20. At this point. I'm glad I limited the Mark 1s, because that way I don't have a whole bunch of them in planetary stock that I'm never going to use. Yeah, this is still looking pitiful. Iron. Okay, so let's take a look at, well, what happens if I start upgrading things. Okay, and then if I do arms next, nope, Mark II arms here. It's going to reset every arm, so if I was careful, I could avoid, you know, accidentally picking up things that, your outs. Okay, we'll do outs first. It could avoid accidentally picking up things that are losing things that are on the arm, but really it honestly doesn't matter that much. Then we can do the ends, because these furnaces are twice as fast as the other ones. So you need arms that are twice as fast, you need belts that are twice as fast, you need everything that's twice as fast. Their tick time here is 100, and the other ones are 200. So they smelt every 100, which means that the arms need to drop things in, swing around again in 120 or 100 or 128 is fine in this case. And then they will, of course, need to output that fast as well. And then we just need to get all this upgraded too. So miners next. We can do, if that doesn't work when you don't do the right ones. 12, 13, 14, and I'm going to have to make some more. Iron is coming from down here. Alright, so remind me that I need to upgrade those. And we're going to need faster arms there too. But at least I can do these belts first. This, of course, deletes everything on the belt too. So keep that in mind, but it's alright too. Do all that, please, to start with. And I'm out. I was out back here. That's not good. Oh, because, yeah, I only had 50. Yeah, alright. Let's do maybe these crossings while we're waiting for things. If I have any made. 16. Okay, well, I only need 12, so that's fine. No, this is copper. Crap. It's copper. Crapper. Mm-hmm. You can also do a second smelting column and merge them together onto a faster bus, but yeah, it's fine. All right, we need a lot more belts. A lot. Means we need a lot more iron, which we're not getting. Yeah, we're not getting enough. How is this going? Just about there. Did we unlock anything else that I forgot about? Got all those except for these two. Got 3 of those. Should look at the long arms next, maybe. We need assemblers 2. We have all the intermediates already. Got that done. We need the next ones of those 2. We got those good, and these, and all of that good. And then we just have RT3s, which we'll take a look at later. I guess this isn't doing any good here, but kind of want it, so I'm doing it. As you can see, the iron's not making it halfway because the first half of them are grabbing it immediately. Or so. I mean, the belt is backed up because we're not outputting enough. Which means I need a lot more belts. We could go down and do the auxiliary stuff, though, like splitters, and the crossings. That way they're ready. I'll go maybe to there. That gets me to circuits. That's probably far enough for right now. Put the crossings in, Mark II. Here and there. It might have been the only ones. It was. And we also need a merger right here. That'll do. For now. Plugins are finished. And that's what we were looking for the, those take 3s. I think this is the one we want. Maybe this one too. No, those take 3s as well. Okay, this is the one we're going to want then. We'll let that start running because that's going to take 3,000 of the RT1s. So it's going to take a few minutes. Even with the enhanced, you know, whatchamacallit here. Although we could do some more enhancements, I suppose. think that looks good. And there's no real point in upgrading these to Mark II unless you're gonna, you know, double the production then and double the labs on it, because if you double the inputs, you got to double the outputs. And the labs, you don't get a faster lab, so might as well not. You're running well, I hope. Oh yeah, backed up nicely on that end of the bus. Good. Oh, I got a few more miners I can put down. We obviously need to upgrade the input belts. What do I have? 21. Ouch. Okay. We can do that. At least to get things moving a little bit more, maybe. I don't know how much it's actually going to help at this point, but maybe. So, the thing we unlocked, the plugins thing. If I grab an arm, I now have 3 buttons here called the plugins, and they do 3 different things. This one does a filter, so it's basically a filter arm, a filter inserter, a la Factorio. And in this, or for this one, you can pick the item you want it to be able to grab. So it'll just grab that item from whatever it's connected to, whether it's a belt or a box or a machine or whatever. Although in a machine you don't really have 2 outputs, so that doesn't really make sense. Although, who knows, if you had some more stuff in the future, we might have that. The count, honestly, I'm not sure what this does outside of a module. Inside of a module, it works great. And that's what I actually did in that RT2 module in my old save that I showed you all a couple of episodes ago. I actually did the count so that it would limit how many that it grabbed over the course, the cycle of the whole machine. So that was very useful in those, but out in the world, I don't see the use of it. And then finally, this one's very useful if you want to throttle something. So an arm, of course, a Mark 1 arm will swing every 128 ticks one way and then 128 ticks back. Oh, we're low on power? Really? That's 256 ticks. Probably all the labs I put down. And so this is every... I wish he didn't write it like this. This is 62.5 times per second, which is 1 tick. So maybe it's every so many ticks. Set the throughputs plugin every value, except every nth tick. Right. So if you don't want it to process every 128, if you want it to process, you know, half of that or something, you could set it to slow it down, basically. And so that's what that's used for, is to slow down an arm to, or whatever you have it set on, because you can set it on other things too, the filters, whatever you have it set on, so that you do not. I think you can set on other things. You just set on other things. Belts, even. Yeah, even belts you can put them on. Anything logistic ways, I think you can put it on. So keep that in mind. Those are very useful, like I said, in a couple of different situations. But yeah, let's take you. Oh, got it. I did it again. All right. Let's do that, and then we'll just add the extra one on there, because we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. And we can accept 1, so we need another 7. That's an 8, but that's not a great one. Because how am I going to put that in there? That's a 6. That's not great either. Could do this side, but I'd like to save that side. If I did, I could do this. I could do this 8, and then do a belt like this. That might work. Might not. We can see how it goes. Like that. How does that work? It's obviously not going to work right now, but how does it work? We'll see. This here. I have an influencer in there, but that's okay. We can just put it down there, or even up here further. Want to go that high? No, I don't. We'll go to there. And we're missing a couple there. That's fine. And then this can come in. And this can come in. How do I want to handle this? I think I'm going to handle it better than I did the other one. We'll do a mixer here. And then this can go onward. This can come downward into here, into there. Oops, I missed a spot. There you go. And then we just need 3 more of these to put in there. That'll get us a little bit more power. Another 5,000 power. And we can upgrade these to Mark 2s as well. It's just a matter of getting all the logistics going. Oh, this is working. This is working fine. All the logistics going. That's the advantage of having 2 half belts, give or take, because then you have the belts are never full until they get to this point, but then they're splitting into 2 half belts again because this array is set up for 1 full belt total. So that works out nicely for these. This one here, I'm less certain about, although it looks like it's working fine. Maybe. Maybe. It may not be. We may have to do a parallel belt here. Although I don't know why. Because they're outputting constantly. And they actually shouldn't even be doing that. One of them should be slightly delayed. Wait a minute. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then... Did I screw that up? I might have screwed it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 now. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus, I need 9 and 9 and 8. And I have, so 9, 9, and 8 is 26, and I have 6 and 5, which is 11, and 8, which is 19, and 8, which is 27. So I'm okay. Okay. That belt was turned around for some reason. I'm not sure why. One of the belts. But now it's better and fine and all dandy. Except my Mark 2s are done. Is there anything else that works RT2s only? Or are we already almost to RT3s? I kind of wish there was some indication, we've talked about this, Martin and I have, of what things take RT, what RT level, like what the max level is, and only to be able to highlight. Oh, maybe there is a highlighter. Can I highlight? No, this is just items. RT2? No, okay, it doesn't work here. But there is this highlighter we need to take a look at. Or that's items overview. That's not the highlighter. The highlighter is coming in the next version. That's right. Okay. We will, we'll take a look at that in the next version when we get it. 4, 1 and 2. There's a 2. And this is a 3. We have 5 and 5 and we do this one also. And that's, okay, so we have 1 more left down here, the priority flow control, after we do electric furnaces. How is it going with iron? Not going. Okay, good. Perfect. Let's keep going here, maybe. And then there, maybe, next. And then kind of do some of this, maybe, after that. So remember, every belt we put down this RT2 means we get 1 more RT1, or Mark 1 rather, belt in inventory. So by putting down one of these, now it should be 104, etc. So we do gain the Mark 1s, which means they'll stop grabbing them here if they were low, like when because we just use a bunch of them to put down a furnace array here. Oh, I need to set those into the influence. Oopsie, that's not good, Molly. I'm missing some of that, which means we're missing some of the power here. Power. There we go. Okay. Glad I went back down there and looked. So I think what I will do is I will leave this here early today. I needed to make this a shorter episode anyway. And I will work on finishing up this these Mark II belts all the way back into the mine, both mines. and then bring them all back in after that's done to continue working on making things. We have the electric furnaces Mark 1. We'll have the flow control, and then we can design an RT3 array next time, or at least start. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.